So I was excited, and what I was gonna say is like, I know since the pandemic and stuff like that, like you've been to the movies. This is probably the first movie I've seen in the movie theaters since.
Okay,
So
where did you see it?
I saw it. I saw it at the Magic Johnson Theater, but like
Oh
in
yes,
in the
please tell me. Tell me it was lit.
no, it was nobody in there.
Stop.
No, but I did that. I did that on purpose, though. I did that on purpose,
Okay, I
because
mean,
of
yeah, I get
yeah.
you. My dream
Go
was to
ahead, go ahead.
see it in like a room full of black people,
Yeah, no,
but
yeah,
of course, I couldn't. I wasn't trying to do
yeah,
that, but I wanted to.
yeah. Oh, 100%,
So
100%,
yeah,
100%. There were so many
and
scenes.
honestly, for this particular movie,
Yeah,
it's one of those movies where like I feel like I know filmmakers always sound snobby when they're like,
mhm,
you got to see it on a big screen. It's gonna
yeah,
be mwah, mwah, mwah. But it's like
yeah,
this joint is kind of true for the scale it's trying to have, the spectacle
yeah,
it's trying to have,
yeah, yeah,
but also like especially with black films like this, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
black commentary is like
yeah, yeah,
none other. And
yeah.
like I feel like for this is like you kind of welcome it,
Mm-hmm.
even though this is
Yeah,
more of an adventure kind of movie. It was like
yeah,
I want to hear the
yeah,
45 black woman be like, nah, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I was
No,
looking for.
100%, absolutely. Especially when it comes to like you said, adventure or like horror kind of movies. Like those reactions add to the experience. But yeah,
So
when
you
I
saw
went,
this whole joint by yourself?
no, it was like it might have been max 10 people in the theater.
Okay.
So I mean, there were a couple of moments where I could hear like other people like laughing or reacting or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, like this was the first movie I've seen since
true,
like
true.
prior to all that, and like I saw it on AMC's version of IMAX, so
Which is
which is
not try.
no, it's it's not true IMAX,
It's
but
not true, IMAX, bro.
yeah, but I mean I feel like it's right in between like regular cinema or regular movie theater and then like
Mm-hmm.
actual IMAX. So it's okay, but I would never, if I had the choice. Like for example, I don't know what previews you got when you saw it, but like there was a preview for the new Avatar. Like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
not the last Airbender, but
Yeah. Sorry, I was like,
Avatar.
stop.
Yeah, no,
No,
no. But like for that, like I was telling Alicia, it's like, yeah, we got to see that in like an actual IMAX. So
that's true. That's true.
we got to go to Smithsonian and see that. So let's actually get into the movie. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, spoilers. If you're watching this or whatever, if you haven't seen the movie, and you go beyond this point, it's your fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yes, we're gonna be spoiling and talking about all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, it's your fault. So the movie starts or whatever. What's the first? Okay, you mentioned Keith David, so we'll start with that. So we'll jump over the whole, I guess, Gordy scene that happened even before.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll hop over that.
We can't hop over it. It's
True. Yeah.
what I'm
No,
hearing
that's
from
okay.
my like sphere of the world, a realm, and friends is like everybody loved the Gordy sequence.
Really.
Yeah, like
Sure.
everybody loved the Gordy sequence, and like so I feel like I got to give you like a general summary of the whole film. We can we can go by it in chunks. It's just like first impression. First of all, in terms of for review sake disclaimer, I kind of hate this because I hate to be like, yeah, you worked this hard in a film and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like I hate to like be that because
Sure.
like making a bad film is hard. Making this film even if for some people it fell flat or whatever, it's like this is the craft of a genius. Jordan Peele is a genius, hands down. But honestly, my first impression of the film was that like for me, my liking of the film has grown over time after I've like looked at interviews and like read things on it. But my initial first walking out of the film was that like, yo, I felt like I thoroughly enjoyed the first 2/3 of the film. And then the final third of the film, for me, so let me go back actually, because you said something about the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you didn't really get the sense of UFOs or aliens or whatever, because I don't think I think the first trailer I saw, I don't think they showed a spaceship like that. At least I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember at the point when they start showing trailers and you kind of like, oh yeah, this is the UFO joint. The UFO joint, honestly, like made me a bit disinterested.
True. Okay.
Because I just didn't care. Like, I just didn't care for the idea of like aliens or UFOs as like the part of it. Yeah. Now hearing him talk about like what he was going for and like UFOs and like even knowing that he has like a theme a thematic thing he's going for, like spectacle, it makes perfect sense. And even how that was like the tension and like searching for it, and like it totally speaks the commentary behind it is like super dope. And this is another thing too for me, the social commentary that he has in his films, like, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah, it was super dope in Get Out, what he did with the horror and bending it, the genre that way or whatever. But like, honestly, like sometimes I don't care about social commentary.
No, like, I got you.
Like, I would hate for any filmmaker to feel like they have to always do something that has a message like that. Like, I think it's fine for the genre to be generally entertaining and fun. And for it to have Black people in it, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to have a whatever. But when it does, it's super dope, and like that was super dope component for it. But for me, the ending of it just really felt like it kind of felt like it either ended too soon, because I was like, yo, there's some more holes I need you to wrap up from, like, connect the Gordy joint to this, please. You know what I'm saying? And looking at some videos, just like some like joints that like reveal eggs or things you didn't get, like I can see how it might be connected, but it to me, it felt so, it was like the most, because it was the most like, it's like my favorite scenes out of the film. One of my favorite scenes out of the film was like, I needed this to have more weight bearing on the whole story. And I think too, like the emotional component that was there in the beginning of like the loss of the dad and trying to keep the ranch alive. It felt like that wasn't it. Now looking at it now, I wasn't thinking this until this very moment. What it became about was like the brother sister relationship, and that still existing. Like they're both still here. They made it through. So I kind of wish there would have been this like moment at the end of seeing them together, or something that just kind of gave you the nice wrapped up bow on it. Because it was literally like she does the Akira motorcycle slide, and then the journey is over. You know what I mean? It was like, which, by the way, Keke Palmer, her face when she does that joint is like the most like devious joint thing ever. She's like low key, like the word is not demonic, but her face on that joint is like when she's on the little, she does a little joint. It was just crazy. It's like, how did you pull that off? It's like the end of the film just didn't wrap the bow like I was kind of hoping it would. And I think too, like when the thing transforms, I was just kind of like, the joint looks like, yo, Jordan Peele, please do not kill me. It kind of looked like a recyclable, like the joints that you hold cans in. The plastic little joint that's like, don't put this in the beach because you'll kill the fish. Like it kind of looked like that, but like fancy. And that's why I'm kind of like, yo, what if I saw it on a bigger screen? Or what if, because the screen that I saw it was like, it was an IMAX, but it kind of felt a little bit like janky. Like the sound was kind of tripping for me. Actually, the sound was like not
really,
like it was not, something was wrong with the sound. Even though I could get how good the sound was from the film, it still had this weird like doubling of the voices. It was like the position. The room was like not tuned right, or the speakers were not positioned right. Even the screen was like shaking for me. So it was like my viewing experience was actually a little bit like stifled a bit. When that joint like expands in the sky, I'm like, I think the believability and to be scared of it. Like if I saw that joint in person, I'd be like, yo, what is that? But I kind of like got pulled out a little bit at the end. And I just didn't feel like it was like it didn't feel like Frieza when she had another. When Frieza, when he had another stage, another transformation to go, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is even worse than before. It kind of was like, you were actually scarier when you were just the fast zooming around UFO joint. So, I think the monster component was really like kind of a cool idea, a cool twist, but I kind of just was like, I just didn't feel like the ending hit home like I wanted it to, you know?
So, no, I mean, I can see that. Like,